that to every what you see. Love to you, everything that to me. Telling me that you just to be. Telling me that you want to be. But she promised me that you never be. When I'm over to grab a photo and I get it. I gotta say it. You want to watch a corner. Because I know somebody on the road. So you can have to pass it. When I'm over to grab a photo and I get it. I gotta say it. You want to watch a corner. Because I know somebody on the road. So you can have to pass it. I gotta pay. C'est just fini. On t'a bougé, c'est bon, so bête. Pour y rester. On peut tout faire. Nous savons qu'à ça pour laisser. La pour laisser. Même si quoi. On s'assied dans les cacalités. J'ai connecté. Il faut pousser. Tout en faisant. Il a tout passé. On a mou à la coupe à ma femme. On a la idée. Elle a la fête. Il va tout boire de mon âme. Pour que ça nous soume. Il faut que nous poussons. On a tout passé. It's what I'm feeling tight when you're by my side. When you touch them. Take a picture of you, three big glasses, make you an invention. Baby girl, you will rock with me. Keep you by my side, you will stuck with me. It's what I'm feeling tight when you're by my side. Yeah. When you touch me, when you touch me, the way you love me. Chivel fire chomuchira byewe kinyirira. But good morning, guys. Today is Lifestyle Wednesday. I want us to talk about how you can save for your upgrade. Everyone wants to upgrade their car. I mean, if you don't want to upgrade your car, then you're not dreaming enough. But I want us to talk about how do you upgrade your car and how do you know that it's time for you to upgrade your car. There are so many methods that people follow to be able to save for their next car without getting into debt. The key word is without getting into debt. We all know someone that keeps changing a car. They get an upgrade of a car, but every year aina amabanja ag'immotoka nga buli mwaka mubonde babira bambanya naye nga buli mwaka akyuse emmoroka okitegeera. But we want to talk about being able to save for that upgrade of yours without actually getting into debt. Nga goberawo nga you change a car naye nga teri akubanja, tewali kibanja kiyinza kugamba nti emmoroka tebannagimalayo. Muyombya Mark, Zas David Klaje VIP, Stephen Omuria,
Akiram Kambes Paul Sema VIP, George Senkubuge, Ivan, Julius Ivan VIP, Hussein Munyantwali, Travel Live Vlog, Kasule Musa, Masuze Mutiaba Gaibange. Hussein Munyantwali. Zika distance kevuga tekavugezo moro. Ka distance kevuga is a moro katekazivuga. Iwafe, I think I've told you how we had someone that was driving at the Alphard a couple of weeks ago. Ngajavugana again na Muchibuga. Utogerera wana alabika yabuze ka VTs kalika new model. Banda bakati ko ka VTs new model kemanyo okutambula nako. From the same area kyonna kikire. Either yasenguse oba nga yavuga ka VTs zako. Sechitole Konoman, good morning. Aramat Photographer, good morning. Kizito Gaddafi, good morning. So guys, how can someone save for their next upgrade of a car? How can they save for their car without getting into debt or wakukuba luseke? Yes, you can share your methods so that people, there is no way he doesn't want to change. He definitely wants to change. Even the guy that's driving that Velfire there wants to change. Camera for TikTok for the love of cars Uganda and these days. It's the network. There's probably something that people don't understand about the streaming and the things recorded in app. Sometimes the network is just bad. There's a time I had a bad camera. Definitely, there's a time I had a bad camera, but I have a new phone now. Yeah, maybe you're still watching those videos. It's the same. If I'm using the phone on YouTube, it's the same phone I'm using on TikTok. Yeah. Mirimo, good morning. Such events, chechiriwo. Financial discipline, we call it day. First quarter, I don't know how far you guys are with your savings, with your goals. Guys, everyone here came into the year with goals. Nagamba by March njakambenga position okitegeera. So anyway guys, how do we save? If I wanted to buy that Velfire, and let's say I know it's like 70 million shillings. Currently I'm driving a car that is worth like 20 million shillings, but I really want to save for that Velfire and buy it and not have debt. What are some of the methods? Such, how did you save? Let's just imagine I make like 2 to 3 million shillings a month. Yeah, I make 2 to 3 million shillings a month, and I want to buy that Velfire. And of the 2 to 3 million shillings, I use 800,000 for rent. I need fuel. I have kids, so I need to pay some school fees, and I have some black tax like any normal Ugandan. How would I save for that Velfire to be able to buy it? Let's say where I live, I can comfortably drive the Velfire sitting at Abere water. How would I comfortably save for that Velfire and buy it without debt? Or let's turn it out. Let's turn it down a little bit. Let's say I'm driving a Vitz which I bought like 22 million shillings from the bond, but I don't want to drive the Vitz for a very long time. My dream car is 35 to 40 million shillings, which is a Nova or a Wish. How can I upgrade from the Vitz? Because if I bought the Vitz at 22 million shillings, definitely at selling, when it gets time for me to sell, I'm probably going to sell it at 18. Yeah. So how do I make sure I can buy myself the Wish at 32 million shillings without getting into debt? Let's see what you guys think. I'm going to share some of the methods of the people I've talked to. Some of these people follow those methods, and they have worked. The methods have worked for them for a very, very long time. But I would like to see what you think. How does someone save from their current car to the next car? Now upgrading, I think atasigaza mabanja. Go on and share your ideas.
a rock grenade. Give me my side, you a stun grenade. It's not a feeling side when you're by my side, yeah. Never know what's on the way back to my it's got you alive, you know. She done a lot for me. So I know the simple thing for her. Now she give me one, everything she do give me one, you know. Just a child for that. One day, oh. Okay, man. Yeah, we're gonna start. Okay, man. I woke up in the good. I don't know why, but I'm feeling so like I want the whole mood. I'm not gonna put on a t-shirt today. Feeling like it's guitar today. I make her smile, I make her laugh. I make her dance, I make her wine. Feel like getting on down to me, God. Feel like touching on down to me, God. I'll make you want to make you want to make you want to. I'll make you smile. I'll make you smile. After that, I'll take you to my place where we will play. Bobby will play. Yeah. Feeling good. Jump. Feeling good. You and me, we roll the one. We're gonna make them jump. We're gonna make them dance. Come on, jump.
Yes, guys, we are talking about how to save for your upgrade without getting into debt. Ofunote moroke empya ngato yingide mabanja. I find that it's getting so normal for people to buy cars on debt that people no longer know how to buy cash. Chili too normal. Sometimes it's inevitable, but many times it's evitable. like Arthur right now. It's very evitable. My car is functioning very well. It moves my family. I can get another car for short term if I want. So there is no reason why I am going to borrow a car. So I'm trying to pick your brains, guys. How can someone save for their car and they buy it without getting into debt? Let's see what you think, guys. I'm going to be sharing a few tactics that people have used to make sure that they upgrade their car without getting into debt. And sometimes I understand it's inevitable. Sometimes it's inevitable. Majority of the time we can actually avoid it. Majority of the time we can avoid it. Sometimes it's just inevitable. Sometimes it's just the right decision for someone to make. Some people, like I've advised some people to go into debt. Yesterday I was talking to someone from here. He came and saw me, and his goal was to get a wish like that one. Ajigule milioni nga 18 and right now buying that old model wish jikulenga, you have no option. But he's going to use the car for business. So I told him, right now buying a wish old model at 20 million, it's short term. If it's going to be long term, it's better for you to buy the new wish. Why the new wish is better is because you will not feel the urge to upgrade very soon. You get, so it totally makes sense for you to want to buy the wish new model, or to need to buy the new wish. And when we talked further, then I realized that he did not need a wish new model. He needed the newer, the Valvematic newer, or the Duo VVTi newer. Why? Because the car is going to do shuttle, airport pickup. A vehicle like that, the bigger, the better. You don't want to get clients and then your boot limits you. So the newer would be the best decision. But then the cash available is 20 million. Now, the problem is that with the newer, they may not give it to him with the first payment of 20. That's the problem. But with the wish, then we go back and get limited by our budget. And why does it make sense for him to borrow the wish new model at 32 million from the bond of 33? It's because even getting a wish new model which is used around UBN there, you're going to get it at like 25 million shillings, and still you have a debt. So at least you get, like, if you're going to get into debt for a car that you know will be totally worth it, because you're going to do airport pickup. I also gave him an example that personally I do 100 kilometers a day. Like, I refilled my tank yesterday in the evening, and since I refilled, I've so far driven 83 kilometers. So on average, I do about 120 kilometers a day. Now, I do 120 kilometers a day, but I've not fixed my car in the past like 6 months. And apart from the 120 kilometers I do daily, Mama Abba I used it for marketing, where I did like about 300 kilometers a day for like 2 days. I've used it for inspections. You get, but I've spent like 6 months. But when I had just gotten the car from the bond, I did do some things. To make sure that I don't have to do things like all the time. However, for peace of mind, anybody that's doing shuttle, it would be better for you to buy a new car from the bond, because even the people you're going to be driving are seeing but also there are cars where it makes sense to just go for a new one. Like if you're going to buy a newer UBL at like 27 million shillings, yet the new one is like 39.40. That's a difference of 13 million shillings. But the difference when invested there is totally worth it. So, but let me see. What do you guys think about someone upgrading without getting into debt? Let me see. Nakomiewa, good morning. Chris Fitness. She goes, Stanley, good morning. This route is, I changed the route to make sure that you guys don't get bored. Yeah. Let's go. If you're still renting, you got to drop the dream car notion. We can work with the ideal of an upgrade. Yes, there's an upgrade, like you're driving a ROM old model, you upgrade to the ROM new model. That's an ideal. You get it? Like someone might be driving a ROM old model, nagamba kangende ko Ford Everest ye tuli mass. Whether you're renting or living in your own house, the Ford Everest might be a stretch and something that will make you suffer. Katola Ford Everest ye tuli mass, it's a government vehicle. Amazima gali ntoyinza okusanga government temanyi moroka eyo gye linga bagivaako dda nga according to the government it is parked somewhere naye nga waliwo omuntu agyevuga nga bweneefa nga agizzaayo. That's what happens with government things. I used to know someone that used to drive a government motorcycle, yeah, Ministry of Education, agyevuga for like 10 years nga no one is talking to them era n'okugizzaayo. They are the ones that decided, like, you know what, let me take back this motorcycle, n'agizzaayo. You get it? George Bob, good morning. My take on this is you first save the cash you may need to top up and sell off your car you currently have to obtain your next car. People are scared that if they keep money, and then they may end up not upgrading. And their fear might actually be justified. Such no man, feel good song is so good. Guess you will get applications to redo it. David Sembaja, good morning. Mr. Arthur, happy to inform you that I have saved quarter. Few months from now, I'm coming for inspection. I mean a promise. I mean a congrats and of course good luck. Good luck with more savings. Yeah, you everyone deserves a car, but you deserve a car because you have worked and also saved for it. Yeah. Kisambira Daniel Frederick VIP, good morning. About today's topic, if you're buying a car for business, it's okay to go for debt and then use it to pay the balance while you're inside, when your side income also pushes you. Exactly. That's something I normally tell everyone. It's very okay for you to get debt as long as you're getting it for business. Mumotoka. Ate, if you're using the car for business, emotoka business yetaga mpya. Customers want new things. Actually, I find that if someone is driving a business car, it's totally okay for them to upgrade every year. Buli mwaka akwata million bbiri nazigattako and they upgrade. Million bbiri oba ssatu nazigattako oba nnya and they upgrade. It would be totally okay for someone that does that uses their car for business. Apparently, this is a hotel. Now you are Marriott. This one here, and their entrance might be here on Zambia. But those are jobs that are created: cleaners, askaris, receptionists, admin, waiters. Yeah, those are so many jobs that are going to be created. You know, can I even like let me do this? That. My phone has a lot of plugs. I've plugged it onto a lot of things. Like moving it is also quite hard. Now I've just plugged everything back. Derek Lule, good morning. Godfrey Tambara, good morning. So the person with less than 15 million should go with a used car. I would actually, I find that a person with 15 million or less, for me, that's what, guys, it has never made sense for me. Omuntu ogenda neyewole moroke yokwevugamu nebasigala nga bamanya million 2. And people do it all the time. People do it. Onasigala nga bamanya million 2 and they are comfortable with a debt of 20 million shillings. And they pay it comfortably. But me, I would not advise it. I think it's your take on these things changes the more you learn. The more information you get exposed to, your thinking changes on these things. Yeah. Every time you be humbling abantu omuntu ayinza obeera nga alinnyo omuliro nga papa n'atuuka ekitala ne kimukwata abamuyitako ne bamuyitako. Arthur, nze ndaba I never spend in present based on future earnings kubanga sometimes biz is challenging n'okwata n'emirimu gy'otandika n'okwata n'emirimu gy'otandikutte. I totally understand, but there are businesses which kind of would in a bit, because I give you an example about how I've got special hire. We all know an uncle that has been driving old cars for all his life, and yet we also know a friend or a person that works near him yagenda ne yeewola emmoroka nga kati ali mu mmoroka y'empya ey'okuna ng'ate tebamubanja. Okitegeera, eh? Like emmoroka ezikola commercially oba ezitambula distance empanvu nga nze distance gye ntambula every day, you would rather go for a new car if you can, especially if it's commercial. Ronald M. Kasendwa VIP, good morning. Paul Sema agamba, but still you can't avoid upgrade even if you just upgraded. Even if you have just upgraded. I don't why. Sikategede Paul Sema. Yusuf Minaj, good morning. Upgrade strategy. I save about 15 million in a year, then sell your current car. One, save about 15 million in a year, sell your current car. Hopefully it can fetch 15 minimum. With 30 million, you can have a decent upgrade. Good strategy. Good strategy. Good strategy. Arthur, is there much difference between 1.5? It's like asking Arthur, is there a big difference between 15 and 30? There is a big difference. The difference is 15. No man, eh? The difference is 15 and 15 is huge. Like you just ask yourself, if you have a sibling or a cousin that is 15 years old and you're 30 years old, don't you see the difference there? Yeah. At 30 years old, you're old. At 30 years old, you seem to be old. Now you remember the people that you used to call uncle. Most of them were 22. You get, and they were still older than 15. Pitewa. Sara.
Okay, man. I love me, God. She don't you want me. She don't you want me. But I tell her. Yes, I tell her. Action nimbo Action nimbo
Kyonna kyekiri kambeere wano. Saawa ya kwini bamanyi okukwata ennyo nabo ne batama.
I tell you that, but you don't care. You don't give a damn, you don't dare. My number one girl, you ruled my world. You took my heart, never a bad, but you made me beg. You made me beg. Every time I come over, you make me beg. But why? But why? Give me some love, be my better half. I promise I will never let you down, my girl. Jewelry, all up in many things don't mean nothing. For as long as you got my heart, yeah. I never jump back on my worry. Sikumanyi bulungi nkyakwetegereza. I tell yes, I tell no, I tell baby let's take it slow. You're my number one girl.
Semanda Raymond, good morning. Henry Modern Juice, good morning. Chairman Zach, webali kumuddamu. 1.8 and 2.5. Guys, just imagine the difference between 18 years and 25 years. At 18, you are just done with senior 6. At 25, you were done with university at 23. And at 25, if you're still found in your parents' home, you're just lazy. That's the difference. Arthur, you told us when you have 30 million, you have strong leverage in negotiating for a good car used on you. So the target to raise 30 million from saving and current car value is very good concrete plan. Yeah, if actually someone has like a car and they are able to raise 30 million shillings, that would make them probably have like 40 million, 45. Seba over way ronda, you can buy gwe vuge moroka nawe abadechi giant boy gwe avuga bicho.
You took my heart, you bought me bad, but you made me big, you made me big. Every time I come over, you made me big. But why? But why? But you never ever take what I say. See, I need you. But you do what you do every day and roll my world. It goes around and round and round and round and round. I love you so, I need you so, I never leave you so. Can I tell you this every day, every night? That I really feel you again tonight. Give us a chance, you and I, you and I, you and I. Give us a chance, you and I, you and I, you and I.
Yes, we are talking about upgrading without debt. Arthur, if you had a choice between driving a Mark X 2010 model and a Harrier 2008 model, which one would you? I would definitely take the Kawundo. The fuel consumption is almost the same, but with the Kawundo, I have ground clearance. You get it? And then I have resale value. But Arthur, do you know there are some kind of people when word debt sounds weird to them? Everything in his life he wants to pay it zero balance. Everyone wants to. I think I'm one of those people. Then MK Dental Hub. Arthur, you can save Nayate if you wish to keep like 40 million or Sanga some crucial needs come and you'll never be there. I think if a loan of 15 or 10 could be okay if you had 25 million. And a loan of 10. One thing I've realized, if someone can save 20 million shillings, they have the muscle to save 40. Ijika Blair, good morning. If someone can save 25, they have the muscle to save. They have the muscle to save 40 definitely. Ochitegira. Umuntu watasola saving a million tanta sola saving a 10. Hata umuntu asola saving a million enya etano asola saving a million 10. You just practice the thing you practice to save the 5 million. So the same thing applies to 25 to 40 million shillings. So guys, what are some of the methods someone can use to upgrade their car without losing or without getting into debt? Let's share those ideas. Abadetamanyi arabe mwe muchikola. Tetuwagira nnyo banja. Tugezeko obutawagira nnyo banja. Olaba nga we muzimbe nyumba za mwenga temuli mabanja. Of course, there are the guys that get salary loans. Those guys that get salary loans can actually get a loan of 60 million, 70 million, and they do stuff. But there are people that cannot get a salary loan. Salary loan is quite different, but still the salary loan affects how much money you receive on your account. So if you can still avoid the salary loan or it would be a good thing. But let's share, guys, share ideas.
It ain't gonna last for long. Time does not wait. Okay, man. In 2008, Mr. Okay, man, over one. Summertime in Uganda.
I love the guitar in that song, yeah?
In 2008, Mr. Okeman out for one. Summertime in Uganda. Come on.
You know the thing about being in Kampala Jam, or you start reading the patterns. The line on the right, them right one way to etambula okusinga gyendimu. Why? Some people go off Walimu Junction ne bagende Ekibuli. So that line is definitely faster. Definitely faster. You're going to see it. Ne olumu ozunga n'okoowa. Yakati ekyo nkiyize bwe naatukalinga tuyingidde wano kati nganzira mu eri line. Kuba yeetambula before that kakulu kalike tubuuse. This line is definitely faster. But after that line is definitely faster because people go off ne basigale ne bagenda Ekibuli. Naye nga ate ffe muno tusigala tugenda mu kibuga. So whenever you can oyingira line eno. Tonkubira ngombe nani nakuyingidde mudda. Abadde ki. So kati olaba for example bwoba oli Kaleerwe and you're driving. Kaleerwe line ya taxi atedduka okusinga ya bulijjo. Naye waliwo obukwakulizo buli nti bembeera katale side ya katale batetambula kati tabanzize mweno line ate kati tetambula. Chobola okuzunga kuno mu line kuno kunyiza. Today is a running day, by the way. Today is a running day. Keep the old car you're driving in neat and good mechanical condition. By the time you need an upgrade with your car savings, the resale value of the old, at least, it's not very low. I've seen why this line is not moving. Everyone is running from the other line. They are joining this one. They are thinking like me. Okopa kubi. Now they're like 4 cars at the same time that I entered. But sometimes saying in your lane is good thing, the good thing. So now that you have brought Alex on board, I'm looking forward to learning new investment ideas, expand the normal saving plans. Chitufu, Nakate Christine, good morning. That car, Ojidabe yo Prado TX it's one of the most uncomfortable cars I've sat in. On the outside here, it looks like it's comfortable. Go inside. It's a different story. Ofuga TX vugamuka wondo. Eswaga diya bwe bakulaba batingo ojivuga ku kubu. Na amafuta ganywa, but that is one of the most uncomfortable cars. I find that most of those SUVs, especially the ones that are not that don't have a unibody, muka makatwa stand ya ine fujo. There is a way this line is not moving ever since I joined it. You know, I've realized that in life, you just have to be where you are. The grass is greener on the other side. Always. This line was moving very fast. Now it is not moving at all. I think that the people are still going to Chibuli. But I don't know what my miscalculation was. Like over like 20 cars now have gone in the other line. It doesn't feel good at all. JK, I think all Prados are not really that comfortable, but this is very uncomfortable. I don't want to say so much about the others, but all cars that don't have a unibody are very uncomfortable. You see, that TX is locked onto the chassis by 6 nails. There is no way that thing is not uncomfortable. Good morning, JK. Kanswiro is steady. They were non polida navudde mu ira inenzira mweno netatambula nenzira yo mweri netatambula nenkoma mweno tetambula kati nze simanyi kati nsazeewo kansigale wano nswala ne gye muli nga musajja ngazungazunguona atasobola kusetolinga kati katusigale wano tugume naye nga tewagumikika ng'olengera eri layini etambula. Tewagumikika. Change the line for the last time. Tukyusemo okusembayo kati wali eri line ogiraba ekyo kirole kibadde mabega nyezo ziringe moroka 40 katulabe lindako before we change the line. We might actually go very fast. Kati olaba bano ngoyo wa Prado ali mu kuvaako agenda Kibuli kati agenda tukwatira wano bali bayingire mu line yaffe bati kama Katonda wange kuna wa boda jaye kikutia zingenda kudduka. You know, boda men can choose to be patient at the wrong times. Ne boda man can choose to be patient. That's why that line was moving. That's why this line was moving. They reach this place and come into this line. Kati wantu nakoledanga wochi bannange. Yeah? Henry modern Jews sometimes akatira beri bwe tambula bamaze okuyingira mweno nga basubira inatambula naye ngeri Hussein Munyantu alijaga metukyusera ino omurundi ogumu ogusembayo katukyuke. Ositani aine fujjo lengera bwenjiyingira ne yekwata ogenda labe eri bwedduka Mukama Katonda wange eri egenda kudduka emisinde girabe. Me, I don't know. Now I don't know. I think it's kusawa ya queen. But it's kusawa ya queen. You are all stuck. You see how fast the other line now is going. No, but this one is fast. It's just that this guy is slow. Kama Katonda. Nekati, I'm going to stay here because ngenda vira wali kunasa. Gamba. Let me stay here. Nkoye kati nja kuswala neje munja kunge yeyo mwegwako mu kibuga wamulabye bannango bedda azunga mulayini. Jesiryeyo wamulabye ante basetolinga banamutomera n'omutomera. Kati let me settle. Yeah. So guys, what are some of the methods that you are using to upgrade? Kale tubene nengera line eri wedduka but now. Name guy, when you start comparing yourself to other people, this is sort of like comparing yourself to other people. Now I'm comparing the line I'm into the other line. Kati waka pajero uya agenda tuyingira Mukama Katonda wange. Akubye indicator okuba ya kisigala mu line yo. Naye baba eri line edduka. Gira mabade mabega weli double cabin yiri eri. Baliyo babagenda mu industry area kuba wano iwange ndaba ne wali na wote watambula. Bagenda mu industry area. When you compare your line to another line, you can just park no bivako no ga why. Good morning, Solo. The Noah is how much if 2010 model? You know what million. It depends on the color though. Dark colors are cheaper than bright colors. Like we bought a white Noah Twajuze million 3.9. We bought it 39 38. Sijukira bulungi. But we paid 24. Twagula 39, I think. Yet there is a time we bought a black one at 36. So kuba eri je twagula 36 yali cash. But it was black still. So white and silver cars are more expensive than the black, maroon. Ate maroon is those are yisi nyo. Maroon at least black kariko. But if you went and found a blue car, a maroon car, a red car, a purple car, a green car, a yellow car. It's when you're selling an old car that normally the color might not even make sense. But if you're buying a new car from the bond, the color actually matters, because even when they're buying in Japan, even in Japan, white and silver cars are expensive. Which together means the simanyiro chi government yafete kwata kuba board amateka bote gabakola kutonsi bamuzeyi inagenda ka obalaba ba boda obalaba. They did their business saying no weapon formed against me shall prosper. Nenga have a weapon. Guys, what are some of the methods you use to upgrade your stuff, phones, laptops, and all that? What are some of the methods you use to upgrade those things? Let's share so that other people can learn from us. I'm going to share some of the methods that people have been using to upgrade. Sigala wamu, avoid the shiny object syndrome. Chris Fitness, or the shiny object syndrome. Shiny object syndrome is okay. Yeah, I have it. Sometimes I have the shiny object syndrome. I have it totally. What board automate the Corolla? What board automate the Corolla ya government? What Corolla automate the what board? What Corolla ya government automate the what board? What happened? Something is telling me it's the Corolla guy that has knocked the border. Wakanuka Corolla ka government. Katemuro kajirese mukuru kola chitu to prove a point. The bali. Waboda taina sende za agenda kuwa. Ujanga kwa yagaro utamusasula. Chris Fitness agambe we should avoid the shiny objects. Shiny object syndrome is okay. You people, if you don't love some shiny objects, what is life living for if you cannot? On Sunday from Kisubi to Chibuya, I drove 3 hours in Osaka. Man, me I find shortcuts. I was going to the Entebbe Express and the Northern Bypass the evening before yesterday, and nentuka around Hoima Road ngakajamuka kutekati nenyambuka namwona nempite mu house ngeyo ngero sanga ino ngakubabalizibye. Then I went to Mengo and I somehow made it to the Northern Bypass again, and that's how I. And then when I came back, the express naongere wa kutana kama sanafu nempite sentema nengana nengwe wachiso nema nengwe matuka. No jokes there. And I reached very early into Kamango. I have bought everything with cash, yet to embrace the credit lifestyle. Yeah, JK, you have never bought any. So how do you upgrade, JK? You first save, then you upgrade over. You first save and upgrade over. Or in stack wojango jayo bujakati. You know, I was watching these videos on TikTok where they ask people how much do you have in savings, and there was an old guy that said he has $4 million, and he was there very humble, putting on a very old shirt. And then there were these guys that kept saying, "I have 50K in savings, I have 10K in savings." They have shiny things. They have the latest smartphone. Audio 4 million. Of course, he was old, and then it got me thinking. Like, yes, we are going to grow old and we should save for our old age. But when you're old and you have a lot of money and you're old and you have a lot of money, and does it make sense anymore? Why we should enjoy some of our money now? Well, ukadiwa namulabye muzeyi ngatudde kamel kateba awo ngakugamba ne bamuwaka emitwalo 10 ejja tasobola kujirya kujimala ajirya atya akoleki. He looks like he cannot even chew. So we just save for our age, or we should enjoy some of our money? something tells me like when you grow old, like you look at people like Sam Kutesa Katinga Bwari, like General Moses Ali, yegaya no kwegaya kugamba embera jalimwe. He has a lot of money, but that's too much money is literally useless to him. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. So what should we do? Should we just save 12 me? Like they were asking him, what strategy can you tell people to save money? And he was saying they should not take coffee from outside, they should not eat out. And then what end up like you cannot even chew a burger. Like you cannot even chew meat. Guys, should we save and wait for when we cannot chew meat to tell people we have a lot of money? Man, should we eat some of the money we can still chew? Take our kids to swimming every day when they want. When my kids have a class party this week and I have to buy stuff but a lot of snack to share with classmates, I'm going to spoil them. I saw that old man who cannot even chew. He was asking, how much do you have? I have about 4 million in assets. And how do you advise people save? It's simple. Don't drink coffee. Don't eat out. That's sort of a and then there was this guy who hardly had any savings. He was a guy who was 80. He had about 50k in savings and he looked 60. And then there was this guy who was 80, looked 90 and had 1 million in savings. You get? So what's the goal? To look 60 when you're 80 and have 50k, or to look 90 when you're 80 and have 1 million in savings? Because I'm imagining like at 90, even 1 million will not save your life. When the time has come, it has come. Like at 90, you're living in your bonus years. Man. Because one thing I've realized that some of our kids, the way I see them, they will not want my stuff. The way I see them, they will want to go away. I'm trying to live long. I used to run Saturday morning and Sunday morning. Then I realized Jenzi looking at what is safe. Nzirukachi ababi bankuba katayimba nenso kambi umulamu ngendo okulaba ngenda bwe siduke tibije nenzira munziruke. So guys, we are still talking about saving. I'm going to share some tactics that people have told me they use to save for their upgrade, either of a house or a car. One method that me I use for my houses, how I can kuba ne wendi na wenyine na wenyine myaka je nabadira wo kubera ngeje myaka bwenjimara ko nojja no percent zinasamu nkuvira. Me I've told you that even now, but bina abasajja aba abanene mu government bye bajja ne bekwasa wano wange nzoli wajjanga mu manche twatukola nagulawo sicho ninzimbawo sicho mpaze nateeka unze nkuvire ninze sizibuwa za mbeera gwe wompaze entaddewo kubanga the money I've put there nali sizikwatanga koza awamu ontegeera like one of my neighbors, I think I've shared this thing so many times and I love sharing it. One of my neighbors was telling me we have a neighbor in the Prime Minister's office, and this other neighbor of mine it makes you feel like you're a nobody. Nemugamba muzei tuli matuga matuga abagaga tebazimba yo olibo omulaba nga yazimba matuga yetetenkanyanga gwe katokeza muntu kumanyira fenna twetetenkanya difference eriemu nti level z'okwetetenkanya za njawulo njoli yetetenkanya milioni 2 agasereka ennyumba n'agafuna lumu gwe n'ofuna ejemiti ne buliti n'olyoka ofuna ez'amabaati yenjawulo yokka but fenna twetetenkanya okitegeera kati fenna actually abantu literally everyone yazimba matuga kujja kwali omusajja gwe manyi one of the engineers here gwe nabagamba gwe najja no ku YouTube amuzimbidde kalina myalirire 3 bagizimbidde emyezi nga 5 ewedde abasajja balina sente naye kati abasigadde bazimba nganze okitegeera. So what happens is nze bujja nompa nganzija wezange ngankuviira kale. Guys, let me read these comments. This nasoma ngende nziruke sawa mega. Good, I'm still in time. Bwentandika 2 kitundu okudduka nja kuba okay. I have bought everything with cash. Okay. Good morning, car lovers. For the phones and laptops, I give the old one. Give the old one and top up to get a new one. Okay. We should enjoy our money and we save nga tukaddiye. Then we save nga ate bonobo kadi ogenda saving chi. Ojaba to kyakola. Boba tokola you have those saving ozijanga tokola. I go for holidays and spoil myself while I'm still energetic. I also try to invest for the future though. Specify on which chewing a person in 80 and 90 or my guy, even at 90. One of the reasons why I exercise, I don't want to live long when I cannot chew. I want to be able to chew when I'm 90, 80 years. So you do squats, Chris Fitness, we are tugamba, you run, you do all those exercises, and of course you eat healthy. What's the point of living up to 90 when you can't chew? But I was talking about chewing food. I just save about 60% of my net pay every month and invest in assets in Uganda. Jeka Gambia saving a 60% of his net. It means Jeka bofune $1 million. Okwesake emitwala ana inkaga no saving. That's big. Anyway, guys, let me just share 2 methods that people use, that I've seen people use. The one that I've seen that is more, that's why I've been advising you guys to drive your cars for 4 years at minimum. This guy told me for him, he always buys his cars cash. But the thing is, he doesn't buy a car he cannot drive for 4 years. Right now, he's driving a Mark X. And he says, Mark X here, jibado jivuge emyaka emeka. Bwana jivuge emyaka ena. Achimani, he's going to lose about 60% of the value. But by the time he loses 60% of the value, agenda ba savings, another 60%, like the money equivalent to the 60% that he's going to lose 40%, sorry. But one losing it 40%, moro agenda ba jam 60% the money he bought it. Na yajja kuba a savings, the equivalent of the 60% zagendo jijam. Chitegeza, if he bought a car at 30 million shillings, bwana atuko kujitunda, he's going to lose about 6 ziba 9 million, agenda ba jitunanga 21. But by the time wajitunda 21 in those 4 years, agenda ba savings an extra 21. Chitegeza, at that time he can buy a car of 40 million. Then he'll do it for the next 4 years, and the next 4 years, and the next 4 years. That's a method that I found that works very well. You give yourself 4 years and take a center aside, upgrading a moroka. And if, for example, you'll be saving like 500K per month, that means you're saving 6 million every year. 6 million, that's 12 million, that's 24 million in 4 years. 24 million. Bokwate moroka jibogule million ya 3 nojitune million ya 2 ngo ine million ya 2 munya kitezo so gule moroka ya million ya 4. That's a method that I've seen that this guy uses. Atasigala avuga moroka mpya, asigala tebamubanja, asigala like asobola vuga moroka omwaka abireyo kira ate mutawanyiza na muyadde. Of course ne moroka empya muzimanyi bizifa breki simanya ka ABS light kaze ka ingini check kaze battery charging, those things okujanga you do bad service. And then the other method that I saw people use, the other method that I saw people use is the method of just saving money. Now, kwata nateka center aside. Then they get the money when they get the money to buy another car, they buy it. And then they look at this one they have. And they say, I think now I can sell this one. This method, the second method, actually fetches you more money from your old car if you kept it properly. In that method, you can actually end up losing only 10 to 20% of the value you got the money for, the value you got the car for when you were buying. Ochitegeera, uyo guy wa market we mademba gamba ali parking. And his matrix is good. I told him banaba jitundaji angambi kuba yajigira mu bond and I've seen him maintain it. Era bwe ndibagamba nti kati atunda ngamujja mugula. So anyway, there are two methods that I've seen people use and I think they all work. One is you get ready, sell while you have saved up the same money that you're selling the car for. Bobe moroko jitunda milioni 10 bera unendala 10. Bobo jitunda 2 bera unendala 2. Bobo jitunda 15 bera unendala 15. Go savings and it's proven you can save that money monthly. Ni bobo saving emitwala asatu. For example, if you save 300,000 every month, that would mean you save about 3.6 every year. 3.6 times 2, that is 6.6. 6.6 for 4 years, that's about 12 million and something, 12 million and that's 13 million. So 13 million shillings, bobo dene moroka million 10 ngana 5. That 13, that would mean 13 plus 15, that would mean now you have 28. So if you can use that like every 4 years, that would definitely make sense. Sema under which comment I skip, let me find it. Sema under gambye nze zange be babanzibe ngangula endala mpya nga esingako bakubake muruka batya banange. Guys, muruka mistake mu tracker, mistake mu alarm, mistake mu security switches when you can. Nenga muzikirize mbasibule ngendenziruke. Ngendenziruke muyombya Mark, Zas, David Clergy, VIP, Stephen Omoria, Akram, Kambesi. Bwe mulabako erinnya ya green omumanya VIP. Guys, 30th August, Love for Cars Convention. Gwono gisubwa gwamanyi. Paul Sema VIP, George Senkubuge, Julius Ivan, Hussein Munyantwali, Travel Live Vlog, Kasule Musa, Aramat Photography, Historical Norman, Chizito Gaddafi, Mirimu, Muhereza Promise, George Bob, Lawrence Omule, Stephen Omoria, Chigozi Stanley, Luburakwis Fitness, David Sembatia, Chisambira Daniel Frederick VIP, Derek Lule, Godfrey Tambala, the Asha Group, Mulinda Nicholas, Semakula Shafik, Mirimo, Ronald M. Cassandra VIP, Yusuf Minaj, Semanda Raymond, Henry Modern Juice Chairman, Zach, Steve, Richard, MK Dental Hub Clinic, Aijuka Blair, Mutebi Joel, Steve, Nakate Christine, Harrison Mohindo, Kwikiriza Maria, Henry Modern Juice, Solo Extra, Juma Ali, Nicholas. Guys, don't forget I do pre-purchase inspection. Pre-purchase inspection. Joshua Eden, Banange Joshua. Oh, who's it? I don't know why you get lost like that. Oh, who's it? I think I took from Parliament, Fnaka Central Government, Arahim Nation, Karota Yugasema, and Raymond Ko, Joe Darius. Guys, Abari Mukamole, I don't take it for granted. Thank you very much for being part. Bana Harrison Muhindo, Njirabi, IST and Ractis. I'd buy the Ractis because in the bond it's cheaper. They can never be the same price. If Ractis and the IST are in the same price range, it means the Ractis is newer than the IST. So definitely I will take the IST again. In the bond, they are not the same price. I've never found the IST worth the money that they said it. Right now, I would never invest 30, 35. Or about 35 zari nyingi. The last time we bought it, twakagula 38. I think we might twakagula kubasubuzi. Twakagula mu bond ya bulijjo. Ewalabali balemedwa million ana mu bili. I've never found the IST to be worth the price. But guys, thank you very much for being part of the broadcast. I don't take it for granted. I can still chew. May the good Lord bless you. See you tomorrow morning, Random Cat Talk Thursday. Ciao.